UAHS is the greatest.
Hand me that ox.
Hanging out down the street. Simple thing we did last week. Nothing to do. Talk to you. We're all alright. We're all alright. We love you, Woo!
Welcome to the third episode of Kickin' It Live. Elise is currently on her way to New York, so I'm Lexi.
And I'm Lily. Coming up on the show, we'll take a look at daily commutes, an impressive run to Cincinnati, and some fantastic UA snaps.
The final vote for homecoming court will take place next Wednesday, narrowing the candidates down to 5 girls and 5 boys.
All students can vote on Schoology during the first 3 periods of the day, and the results will be announced on next week's show.
Juniors, applications for the parking lot raffle must be turned into the attendance office today.
The remaining spots will be raffled off on Monday.
Now we kick it over to the future business leaders of America to see what they've been up to.
Hi, welcome to the club.
The Future Business Leaders of America is UAHS's newest club. Started by Senior Varun Parwani, FBLA is an organization for those interested in business that has chapters all over the nation. Every year, a national conference takes place, and there are also competitions where students can show off their business skills. Parwani decided to start the club because the high school he attended before moving to Upper Arlington had a chapter and he enjoyed his experience there.
I think it's a great club for people that want to do business. So that's why I started it, because I previously did it at my old school. So I think it was a great experience to go to the national conference and compete and represent our school.
This has been Elise Schaefer for Kickin' It Live.
If you are interested in joining these students, they will be meeting again on Monday in room 201.
On Tuesday, California banned the breeding and show use of killer whales, making it the first state to do so.
The law will be in effect in 2017. However, whales currently in captivity will be used for educational shows.
SeaWorld will end its breeding program this March, but plans to keep their current amount of 11 whales.
Speaking of SeaWorld, according to the Russian research claims, scientists have recorded a conversation between 2 Black Sea bottlenose dolphins for the first time. During this recording, the dolphins didn't interrupt each other and shared a series of pulses that seemed as if they were forming sentences.
Who would have guessed that dolphins are as chatty as we are? Now we kick it to Spencer and Audrey with sports.
Welcome to sports. The Field Hockey Bears had a nice 2-0 win over Olentangy Orange on Monday, beating former UA JV coach Anna Carusis. They also took home a win last night against Lancaster. But speaking of hitting stuff with a stick, Audrey, how's the boys golf team doing?
Well, the boys golf team won their conference, and they are looking forward to the state tournament.
On Tuesday, girls golf took home a win at their 4th and final OCC. With that win, they took home the title of OCC champs.
The girls volleyball team has been gaining heat after their win on Tuesday against Westland and their win last night against Marysville. Now to Captain Remington Giller for a quick word on how their season has been going.
This season we are 6-4. We lost a couple games early that we could have won, but we've definitely as a team worked together and worked through those kinks. We're looking forward to the rest of the season. We should be really strong. We have some big games next week that we hope to win versus Kaufman and then versus Big Walnut. And our most important game, which everyone should come to, is October 6th. That's our Dig Pink game, and every year that is our game to raise awareness for breast cancer. So I hope everyone comes out, and yeah, it's going to be a good season. Doing good so far.
Now to a season preview by Grayson Van Arsdale.
You can catch the Lady Volleyball Bears take on Kaufman home at 7 on Tuesday.
Our athlete of the week is Mr. Theotto, who ran a relay from Dayton to Cincinnati last weekend.
Earlier this week, I caught up with Mr. Theotto to talk to him about this impressive feat. I'm here with Mr. Theotto, and so, Mr. Theotto, tell us about the run that you and your team did.
So we did a race this past weekend. It's called Market to Market Relay, and me and 6 other runners, we started in Cincinnati, and we did a relay race from Cincinnati to Dayton. It was 76 miles.
Wow, very impressive. And so, how did you train for this race?
So my part of the race, I did about 14 miles of the race, and so for me, training, I run about twice a week and do other different types of exercises. So I run about 7 or 8 miles on the weekend, and then 5 or so during the week.
All right, and what was your specific inspiration for this race?
So since I'm not a formal athlete anymore, I used to play football and baseball, and so I have to find any way to motivate myself to stay active. So registering for races is the way that I keep that motivation.
Awesome. And lastly, how did you feel after the race?
I felt really sore. So running and then stopping, then running again is I don't recommend it. Additionally, I got to run through a thunderstorm on Saturday, so I was definitely soaking wet, but a good sense of accomplishment.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Wow, that must have taken some serious dedication. Girls interested in trying out for the gymnastics team need to contact Coach May by email at emay@uaschools.org sometime today.
Now let's kick it to Silly Lily and Sexy Lexi with lifestyle news.
A few iPhone users have experienced bugs with the newest update, iOS 10, which was released on Tuesday. After updating their devices, the phones were frozen on a black screen and had to be connected to a computer for iTunes to restore. Apple claims to have fixed all the issues, so it should be safe to download the software now. iOS 10 features an improved Maps application and has added features to photos and messaging.
Saturday Night Live has announced the addition of 3 new cast members for its upcoming season: Mikey Day, Alex Moffat, and Melissa Villasenor. These 3 will take the spots of Taran Killam, Jay Farrow, and John Udinsky, who left the show after last season. You can catch the premiere on October 1st on NBC.
Have you ever wondered how your teachers get home every day? We all know about Ms. Paulson's daily jogging, but we wanted to find out what other teachers have been up to. Luckily, one of our very own reporters had the chance to check it out.
Emily, thanks so much for driving me home from school.
Yeah, you know what? It's really no problem.
Wait.
Does he need a ride? Should I offer him a ride?
I think he needs a ride.
Do you need a ride?
Yeah, thanks. I thought I was going to have to walk to Brugger.
Oh, no, you're
in!
All right.
Alrighty.
Let's go.
So
Yes.
you've worked with Mr. Tuttle for quite a long time.
Yes, my brother without hair.
In your professional opinion, of the two of you, who has the danker memes?
Absolutely Tuttle. He's the professional. on that.
Really?
I bet he has some dank memes.
He has some dank memes.
Stern!
Morning Baltimore.
Get open door!
So what was it like having your big break so early?
Mary Poppins? Well, really quite a great experience.
Being in Mary Poppins my sophomore year.
But I think the best part of it all was being co-stars with the Jack LaBeouf.
Well, duh.
I mean, as we all know, he's quite the dreamboat.
Right.
And
I have to add in as having had you as a student that you are practically perfect in every way.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Don't air guitar.
What made you want to teach high schoolers?
I was in college heading to med school. Just from the people I was going to school with, I actually didn't like who I was hanging out with. I didn't like their attitudes kind of towards life. I had parents that were teachers, so I always didn't want to do that because I didn't want to do the parent business. I had always worked with kids through youth programs, and I found a way to take science and working with kids and put it together. I absolutely love what I do.
we love that you do it.
We love that you do it.
Please love me do.
Softball boys, am I right, Charlotte?
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go for me, for me.
Nothing really matters to you. All high notes provided by Charlotte Brown.
If you're interested in seeing another teacher's daily commute, tweet us your suggestions at live_UA with the hashtag dailycommute. Suggestions can also be submitted to Student Council's Twitter page, UAS_Council, to request Friday's music in the hallways.
China launched a space lab yesterday in the Gobi Desert. This is China's second space lab, which is part of a plan to create a permanent space station.
China plans to send 2 men in a shuttle to this lab in October, which will be the country's first manned mission since 2013.
Now, let's check out some out-of-this-world Snapchat screenshots from your fellow classmates. There you have it, Bears. Don't forget to keep sliding into our DMs with those beautiful snaps at live_UA.
Bear, the UAHS Literary Arts Magazine, is looking for members, so if you're interested in designing issues, organizing open mic nights, or if you're looking to be around some extra art and poetry, stop by room 115 after school on Wednesdays.
If you don't want to be on staff, you can also submit artwork or poetry and it will be considered for publication.
Auditions for It's a Wonderful Life begin Tuesday. Interested students must stop by the Little Theater for more information.
Now, for some club news. Jam Club meets today after school. It's for students that want to rock out. Bring your instruments to the band room.
Chess Club starts meeting Mondays after school in room 176.
And finally, Math Club has a meeting on Tuesday in room 202.
Next week, we'll take a look at the STAND Project, homecoming nominees, and the chalkboards in the LC.
That's all for now.
Stay rad, UA.